Well, hi everyone, I'm Austin. As Aura said, I do live in Boston. Conveniently it rhymes. And one of the weird things about being on virtual demo day is I can't see you. And so I don't know how many of you are actually wearing shirts tonight. I hope you are. And assuming you are, I think you'd be concerned to know that your shirt contributed to climate change. Every step of the way, from when it was cotton growing in a field to when it was manufactured in a factory, dropped on a ship, taken into a truck, and then dropped at your doorstep, your shirt contributed to the 150-year rise in global greenhouse gas emissions that is causing climate change. And chances are the company that made your shirt really has no idea how much it's contributing or what to do about it. And this is a problem because in order to decrease emissions, you really need to count them first. Unfortunately, most companies don't. This was true of the two companies started by my co-founders, BioLite and Peak Design. And something they discovered in the course of getting to the bottom of their contributions to climate change was that most companies out there could achieve net zero carbon emissions for less than 1% of revenues, which applies whether you're making video games or razor blades or iPads. So the question is, how do you get companies to be excited to do this? Well, probably not surprisingly, 3/4 of Americans are actually alarmed and concerned about climate change. So we need to harness that concern and turn it into consumer action. So we created a label that we call Climate Neutral Certified, and it shows that a brand has measured and offset and reduced its carbon emissions. And we think this needs to be a recognizable symbol that establishes a high expectation for all those carbon neutrality claims that people are making. For the average consumer, what this label does is provides a really nice option that sits in between recycling on the one hand, which frankly does not much for climate, and on the other hand, moving into a solar powered yurt, which not many people are actually going to do. So you have a label attached to your product, and it shows a consumer that with everyday purchase decisions, they can create a vote for climate solutions. What we had to do to make this happen at scale across a large number of companies was build a software tool that we're very excited about called the Brand Emissions Estimator. And this technology takes a process to create a carbon footprint that used to take tens of thousands of dollars and many months, or in some cases years, and distill it down into an exercise that can be done in a matter of hours or days. And this week, we're announcing plans to make this tool into an open source development initiative to try to bring it to as many companies as we possibly can. We used that tool in our first year to certify 140 brands, including Ministry of Supply, Kickstarter, Allbirds. And now we're raising $2 million so that we can make that label the trusted symbol for consumers for carbon neutrality that brands have achieved. And to do that, we need to get consumers on board through a sophisticated marketing campaign. We need to get more brands to get certified. And we need to make sure that the work that we're doing is actually reducing carbon both within and beyond the walls of the companies that we're working with. We believe that this amount can take us to financial sustainability within the next 2.5 years. The team that's working on this has a long and deep experience in sustainability, product design, marketing, climate policy, and we believe firmly that consumers need tools to be able to choose zero carbon brands, and that every brand should have tools to become one. Now, I'm sure many of you are on the West Coast and are experiencing firsthand the effects of climate change this week and last week. And the rest of you are watching it. Climate change is our problem. It's not just our children's problem, it's our problem. And I truly hope and believe that consumers and brands can come together with this solution. Thanks for being here tonight. We really appreciate your attendance.